Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, July 31st. We're looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and NQ. Well, talk about a resilient market. You know, we spoke in NQ's case about the excess from the 29th and again on the 30th. We said, will it hold? I said the odds of it holding probably weren't that good, because their sibling, ES, had their all-time high in the overnight. Well, they didn't hold for 2 days, as right now both ES and NQ were at all-time highs in the overnight. The market continues to astound. The weekly chart in NQ is amazing. The monthly on all three of these are amazing. Now, remember, I did put the daily down yesterday. So markets don't go bare bull. So to me, it's balance. What does that mean? It means yesterday's low will be our balance low, and whatever today's high turns out to be will be the balance high. Okay? Now, all that means is, whatever today's high is, all we need to do tomorrow would be to take it out, and then the daily's automatically up. If, however, it's an inside day or it takes out whatever today's low is, it just stays in balance. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm not looking for longs because it's in balance, but again, markets for me don't go bear bull or bull bear. So we'll see how today works out. Are we going to have another gap higher again? Are we going to hold the all-time high in the overnight? You had Microsoft and Facebook out last night. Today, we have unemployment claims at 8:30, and then you have Amazon, Apple after the bell. You have non-farm payroll tomorrow. You have tariffs starting tomorrow. Boy, oh boy. And you know what? It's all meaningless, these numbers, right? We trade the market based on what the market is telling us. Right now, the market is telling us it's very, very strong and very, very resilient. Now, righty's quite different. Righty put the daily down yesterday and the weekly back to balance. And right now, it is trading in its lower distribution all night. Okay? They held one set of single prints, and right now they're trading in the lower distribution. The other thing not to ignore in ES and NQ, we spoke about it as soon as the market started going down, is not to ignore these wide point of controls that could not be lowered. That was such an incredible nuance, right? Not only have we revisited them, we're above them. It's now a downside destination. So, pretty amazing. Now, as far as the game plan, again, I think it's best probably to give A period a chance to breathe, right? We have gaps. We have all-time highs in the overnight. Again, what are our early lines in the sand? Well, in ES, look at the overnight low and look at where the gap fill is. That's a pretty important hump level. If you fill the gap, get the overnight low, and get into value, what could happen? You'll finally go get back to that POC, and the 80-20 rule comes into play. Well, if that comes into play, you can go visit value low. So that's a very early hump level for bulls to defend right here between 26.50 and 31. What do the bears want to defend? Nothing. There's nothing to defend. Okay? There really isn't. They just keep retreating. NQ, same thing. Nothing for the bears. For the bulls, first and foremost would be the gap fill. Now they have a lot more leeway on their value. Their value high isn't until all the way down around 551. So they have more to defend as far as, or more leeway the bulls would have if you were to come down to that. Okay? Somebody asked me on the video to provide, it was a great question. Why don't I provide a course? And again, it's a simple answer. My trades are secondary in here. I give what I did in the afternoon video. But as anybody and everybody knows in this trading room, first and foremost is I want to be an educator and informer. I am not just calling out trades. I am telling you way in advance what I'm looking for and where I might place them long or a short. I don't even have to say the trades. Once I give you that information, unless things change, people could easily figure it out. The purpose of this room is to break down in great detail what the market is doing on an intraday basis. So yeah, it's a live webinar every day from 9:15 to 4 o'clock. And then chart-wise, there we go. So here's the daily. Remember, right? It was a 4-day balance. Well, I called it down yesterday. Now we're going to be going higher, most likely. I'm going to be calling it balance. Okay? The weekly and monthly are still very, very healthy. Our volume so far this morning, nothing spectacular. 600,000 in SPY and in triple Qs. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we will recap at 4 p.m.